Whenever I start to hang my head in front of failure's face, my downward fall is broken by the memory of a race. A children's race, young girls, young women, how I remember well. Excitement sure, but also fear. It wasn't hard to tell. They all lined up so full of hope, each thought to win that race. Or tie for first, if not that, at least take second place. Their parents watched from off the side, each cheering for their daughter. Each girl hoped to show her folks that she would be the one. The whistle blew and off they flew like chariots of fire. To win, to be the hero there, was each young girl's desire. One girl in particular, whose dad was in the crowd, was running in the lead and thought, "My dad will be so proud." But as she speeded down the field and crossed a shallow dip, the little girl who thought she'd win lost her step and slipped. Trying hard to catch herself, her arms flew every place, and in the midst of laughter of the crowd, she fell flat on her face. And as she fell, her hopes fell too. She couldn't win it now. Humiliated, she just wished to disappear somehow.
But as she fell, her dad stood up and showed his anxious face, which to the girl so clearly said, "Get up and win that race." She quickly arose, no damage done, behind a bit that's all, and ran with all her mind and might to make up for her fall. So anxious to restore herself, to catch up and to win, her mind went faster than her legs, she slipped and fell again. She wished that she had quit before with only one disgrace. "I'm hopeless as a runner now, I shouldn't try to race." But through the laughing crowd she searched and found her father's face, with a steady look that said again, "Get up and win that race." So she jumped up to try again, 10 yards behind the last. "If I'm to gain those yards," she thought, "I've got to run real fast." Exceeding everything she had, she regained 8, then 10. But trying hard to catch the lead, she slipped and fell again. Defeat! She lay there silently, a tear dropped from her eye. There's no sense running any more. 3 strikes, I'm out. Why try? I've lost, so what's the use? She thought, I'll live with my disgrace. But then she thought about her dad, who soon she'd have to face.
"Get up," an echo sounded low. "You haven't lost it all. For all you have to do to win is rise each time you fall." "Get up," the echo urged her on. "Get up and take your place. You were not meant for failure here. Get up and win that race." So up she rose to run once more, refusing to forfeit. And she resolved that win or lose, at least she wouldn't quit. So far behind the others now, the most she'd ever been. Still she gave it all she had and ran like she could win. Through time she'd fallen stumbling, through time she rose again. Too far behind to hope to win, she still ran to the end. They cheered another girl who crossed the line and won first place. Head high and proud and happy, no falling, no disgrace. But when the fallen youngster crossed the line in last place, the crowd gave her a greater cheer for finishing the race. And even though she came in last, with head bowed low and proud, you wouldn't have thought she'd won that race to listen to the crowd. And to her dad she sadly said, "I didn't do so well." "To me you won," her father said. "You rose each time you fell." And now when things seem dark and bleak and difficult to face, the memory of that little girl helps me in my own race. For all of life is like that race, with ups and downs and all. And all you have to do to win is rise each time you fall. And when depression and despair shout loudly in my face, another voice within me says, "Get up and win that race."